Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kyle Aris and I am back from England, back in Finland, even though England is my native country, blah blah blah, and we are going to be back on kicking this off with a game from the LiquidSheth ladder replay pack, in fact, that was released today by Team Liquid Pro, and we're going to be looking at a game between him, LiquidSheth, spawning as the Blue Zerg, in the bottom right position, and Protoss I really don't know that much about. Going to be Viper spawning here as the red Protoss in the top left position. And firstly, let me say it's great to be back. Going to be doing a lot more stuff now, as I really don't have many interruptions. I am going to Sweden at the end of the month, but ultimately from there on, no more interruptions, going to get loads of videos done, and we're going to be doing a lot of streaming as well. And if you would like to check out my stream, please do at justin.tv/KyleArisSC. Hopefully going to be doing some stuff for CSN there, and just going to be doing some ladder games in general. So please follow me on there, going to get some awesome stuff done, and we'll have some fun along the way as well. So, yep, kicking it off today with a PvZ on Searing Crater, one of the new Blizzard maps that was actually introduced to the ladder pool, and it makes for some interesting dynamics, mainly the fact that this natural is ever so slightly wide open. As you can see, there are two entrances into this natural with some interesting, dynamics for kind of attacks on certain different paths, etc. So we'll have to see how both Viper and LiquidSheth do play into this, and gotta say also, congrats to for actually joining Liquid. Since I was last casted, that's been a long time ago. He was on FXO in Korea, so yeah, I'm really happy to see LiquidSheth, because oops, I've just killed my phone. Really happy to see LiquidSheth because he is just, the most mannered guy or whatever, and I actually once got the chance to play with him on his stream when he was doing that charity thing, and that was pretty cool. I had to go though because my dog was being all whiny. Rubbish dog. Oh well. So it looks like Sheth here going to be opening with a standard spawning pool and extractor first. Very safe place to go against Protoss. I wouldn't be too surprised if we do see some kind of forge fast expands from a Protoss on this map, trying to block this off and using this here as an escape route, or the place to defend, and placing cannons along here. These things could happen, and in fact I did see In Control try for that on his stream a few days ago, I believe. Unsuccessful, but you never know with these new maps. So Chef playing a very, very safe opening here, but to be honest, he is quite prone to going for that safe option anyway in general. Viper looking to actually has grabbed a second assimilator, but isn't using it just yet, maybe to throw off his opponent. Maybe he's going to go for some kind of 4-gate shenanigans, although he has had that cybernetic core up for just a little bit. I'm going to be chrono boosting that now though, so playing very standard right now. Viper at this point. LiquidSheth, however, going to be going for that expansion very quickly, and that had no resistance whatsoever in being delayed, and 4 Zerglings here going to be moving up. Don't think they're going to be able to pose any kind of threat to Viper though, as he does have this very, very traditional wall in, and throwing down 2 more gateways here as well. So it looks like now mining from that second gas, we will be getting somewhat of a 3-gate expand from Viper at this point, bringing that Zealot out to try and take out some of these. Nice use of this Zealot here. Going to be able to take out a lot of these, and wisely using that sentry to block. So Viper there getting 4 free Zergling kills for only half the actual health of a Zealot. Not too bad at all. Nice play there from Viper. If you can ever do that, if you can block the bottom of a ramp and kind of secure 4 Zergling kills, that's always worth it. 2 is a bit not really worth the force field, but 4 Zergling kills is always definitely worth it. So it looks like Viper here is going to be gearing up indeed to take what looks like an expansion. Just going to be throwing that pylon down on the low ground. Going to be pumping out a lot more sentries as well, just to build up that mineral count. And at the same time, back in the base of Sheth, his natural is fully established pretty much now. Just going to be droning up a lot of Zerglings out here though for Sheth. And Sheth is one of those players that you do see get a lot of Zerglings in the beginning, potentially just to see if he can kind of exploit any weaknesses in the base of his opponent. And that might be one weakness we see here. There aren't really that many units out to be able to deny this, and the Zerglings are going to be running up here, maybe going to be able to try and cancel this Nexus, although the sentries should be able to react in time, and I think LiquidSheth here is going to be... Oh, it could get the surround. Almost gets the surround. Does get 1 sentry kill. Gets another sentry kill. Will that go down? No. He barely lost one sentry there, almost lost two. So nice play there by Sheth, you know, only sacrificing a few lings to actually get that sentry kill. And those sentries early game for Protoss are so important. And Sheth behind this, noticing that Viper is potentially going to be passive for a while with this expansion going up, trying to secure his third. Nice play there by Sheth, although that is prone to certain Protoss attacks, but nowadays a lot of Zerg players are getting very used to those kind of attacks, and we will have to see if Sheth is susceptible to them. So now Roach Warren and the Evolution Chamber going down for Sheth. He's very standard play once again by him, not going for any other gas geysers just yet. He's very content with just the one. And Viper at this point looking to set up a little bit more of a blockade, always so important. I'm surprised that actually wasn't Forge there, but he is indeed grabbing that Forge, very important once again against those Roachling all-ins if they do come along. And at this point, just going to the Vision, Viper really doesn't know a whole lot here. He doesn't know that even the Natural is taken. I assume he knows that the Natural is taken via the standard Zerg play, but ultimately doesn't know the third is taken, and is going to be pushing out to try and put on a little bit of pressure. Maybe by standard knowledge he may know that a third may have gone up as well, as is normal for a lot of Protoss right now against Zergs. And a few of the Zerglings being pesky here once again from Sheth. Nice force field there blocking their entrance into the base, but at the same time a few sentries going to be going down here. Nice force fields actually securing a few of those roaches in the back, making sure they can't attack, although the Zealots are being attacked by the ones in the back, so it's really not doing too much. Does get a queen kill, and wow, actually that did a lot more damage than predicted. A queen kill and a roach kill for what seems like just one Zealot, although that Zealot is just barely going to get away by the looks of things. These roaches are going to be in hot pursuit. I don't really think they're going to be able to do much here, as Viper techs up ever so slightly, throws down a few more assimilators, has a few stalkers here to reinforce this, so I think he's going to be just fine at this point. And Sheth really doesn't want to push up here. He could block off these units, does catch two. A few Zerglings going to be trying to run in here to reinforce, but those do die. Those Zerglings trying to get that little bit of a flank, but actually do not commit fully. And now Viper is in a pretty good position, but I always feel that when you're a Protoss in this position that Viper is in currently right now, Zerg nowadays has a very good opportunity to get ahead via this third base. And as you can see, a macro hatchery even going down for Sheth at this point, so he's looking to pump out a lot of units on these three bases, and maybe even deal a crippling blow from there on if he does decide to. We'll have to see. That +1 is now going up for Viper, as well as observers coming out. Very nice choice there. Do have a Twilight Council going down, as well as a few more gateways. So maybe he's going to go for some Archons. We do see a lot of Archons now in PvZ, and in fact all matchups Archons are becoming so potent since the changes. So now a second Evolution Chamber going down now for Sheth, and he already has that +1 melee upgrade. +2 Carapace is on the way, and we'll have to see what he does get from there. Maybe the range for the Roaches, maybe he'll go for a very heavy Roachling composition. We'll have to see, but I think that could be very likely given Sheth's background and how he plays just in general. So only one observer actually did come out for our Protoss buddy here. +1 has finished for his ground units, so he's going to be in a strong position, Viper, at this point, despite actually falling behind in by 30 supply here, Viper. So he's looking to do a bit of damage, as you know, he could fall behind very drastically. He still, does he know that third is up? He does know the third is up. Scouted it with the observer, and now going to be pushing up here. A Spinecrawler does fall, and really needs good force fields in this point. His army is weak in comparison to this army. Nice force fields blocking off a few of those roaches. Zerglings running from behind. Guardian Shield trying to soak up a lot of the roach damage, but the roaches really aren't firing at this point. The Zerglings have really dealt a lot of damage to this, and with the reinforcing Immortal, that could pose a little bit of a threat to these roaches, but with the swell of roaches here, I'm not sure that this force can actually do anything about it. 40 Zerglings almost in production here. We do have Burrow and Glial Reconstitution on the way for these roaches, ranged as well, and Blink for these Stalkers, but it really doesn't look like it's going to be doing anything at this point. Viper in a lot of trouble here. He's going to be forced back from these roaches. It looks like Sheth is... This is really what he was looking for all along. Sensing weakness here, and Sheth just going to be pushing across the map with a lot of Zerglings, and these immobile units are just unable to actually outrun the Zerglings. this is looking like a very, very bad situation for Viper right now. Few Zealots actually going to be able to catch a lot of those Zerglings. Nice placement of those Zealots, but I don't think it's going to be enough. He really only has one cannon here, and Sheth, wow, we're just powering through this defense of Viper. I'm really not sure what Viper's going to be able to do at this point. A whole 100 supply behind. LiquidSheth just showing such resilience in that attack, and showing that, you know, taking that third base early as the Zerg against a Protoss in this position where he's only forced to be able to actually defend is such a strong play from the Zerg. So Viper now, I don't know, looking pretty dead. Hydralisk Den is on the way to seal the deal for Sheth, and indeed it would in Viper's position. His Robo facility is taken down, nothing to counter those Hydras if they did indeed come out. But Viper now, despite actually holding off several of these roaches, more and more roaches push in from across the map, lots reinforcing here, and that is the power of 3 base and a macro hatch. So many minerals saved up in the top corner here for Sheth, but it doesn't matter as these roaches are just doing so much damage. 40 Zerglings on the way, as well as all these Pelura of upgrades, but it really doesn't matter at this point. So I'm probably going to call that game. Viper doesn't know when to quit at this point, but, you know, using Blink Micro, trying to take out as many of these units as possible. He is trying to keep himself in this game, but now that he is 35 supply down, well, down to 35 supply, Viper does GG, and that is going to be it for this game, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you very much for watching my return video. I've done about 500 return videos, but this is the one because I'm not going to England for a while, etc. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. If you like what you see, please do subscribe. Please follow me at justin.tv/kylersc. I'm going to be doing some streaming very soon, and also check out a Twitter link, which I'll put somewhere. Thank you, and bye for now.